Hey, welcome to the STTP Training Center. I am Callie Stone. I am your facilitator during this training, and I'm super excited to have you here for the STTP M. And you'll learn all about the STTP modified, how it came to be, and how it's different than the STTP-2. But for now, I just want to welcome you to the course, and I want to make sure that you're here because you're a school SLP, most likely. The STTP modified is a protocol. So it is more specific. It's not just general knowledge. It's not, I'm just going to take a little here and a little there. It really does have the protocol structure, if you will. Like there's some students it's not appropriate for, and you need to know who is it appropriate for and who is it not appropriate for. But it starts with it's appropriate for a school SLP. Clinical and medical SLPs who actually eliminate tongue thrust, the STTP-2 is where you want to be. But if you're a school therapist and you're just really frustrated with articulation, especially those residual R's, those kids who have that lateral S or that fronted S, those are the kids that I realized, wow, the STTP tools, some of the exercises and strategies that I've used for a long time, the original STTP, my first experience, I talk about this in the training, but we've been around since 2005 in this whole tongue thrust realm, and it's not where I thought I would end up. But now I'm in the schools again and really realize that there's a benefit to what I do with the tongue thrust, and because it's the underlying cause for many of these residual problems we see with articulation. And of course, articulation and tongue thrust, you don't have to have one with the other. They can exist separately, but the STT modified was created for those kids who are specifically in the school setting, specifically with on the caseload of school SLPs, and you're frustrated and they're frustrated. Some of these kids are honestly the kids who kind of were the catalyst for this creation were the older kids, these kids who are in secondary grades, and they're just over it. They're ready to move on, right? But it's also so appropriate for those of you who are in the early elementary that can just push them through and not be stuck and just move a lot faster. So it's important that you have a little bit different training. So the reason that what you're going to find here, you're going to find a recorded training that was done with, it was an online training, and I did an in-person training that I recorded and thought I was going to use it for this course. And it's just because I like the interaction. It's important for me to train live and not just speak to the camera like I'm doing right now. But the live training, you know, it just wasn't as clear. The audio, the video, it wasn't as good as it is online in this captive audience. So I'm going to use the recorded videos from those trainings. So you'll find 3 of those videos in this course content. Okay, this is set up as it meets all of the requirements for ASHA CEUs, and likely your state, most of the states align with ASHA. So what I mean by that is we have the disclaimer, we have the content, we have the feedback forms, we have the time documented, and then the competency. And the competency is for the completion of the course. This is not just, you know, come and get some ideas. This is actual hands-on competency. So it's important that you understand that you're not eliminating tongue thrust. You're using these strategies to treat articulation, because we know schools are different than clinics, right? Different than medical setting. Goals are different on an IEP than they are in the clinical realm. So this training addresses that. It's meant for that. And I've been in both worlds, and I understand the frustration in the school. That's why it's taken so long for something like this to come, because the schools are a very unique setting, and applying something that is so medically, clinically founded into a school setting where it doesn't have an educational impact to eliminate a tongue thrust, right? It's a swallow disorder. And so there's this, this mix. So that competency to demonstrate and understand when to use it, which students on your caseload are appropriate to implement these tools and exercises, but it'll completely change the way you look at your caseload. And that's not just my spouting. That's the information that's been told to me by many clinicians in the clinic and now in the schools, who are saying, wow, it really, I just had never had that training. And that's what you'll find. The information that you're going to get today is unique. We don't get it in university. We don't get it on the job in schools, certainly, and not even in clinics and medical, because there's just not enough volume of tongue thrust that really necessitate. It's not a foundational skill. It's a specialized skill. Okay, so that's what you can expect. This is a very specialized training, not to the degree of the STTP certification, because you're not eliminating tongue thrust, but we are applying it directly. We're like stopping short of addressing the swallow. Okay, so you are going to have to demonstrate those applications, and that will be through a skills assessment. And make sure that you go through the course and check off all of the requirements, and then send them into the email that is in the course, and you will get that documentation so that you have that for your CEUs. Okay, and just keep that on your file. Like I said, because I'm small, I don't subscribe to the ASHA registry, so it doesn't submit directly, but you just keep your information, and then if you're pulled up on an audit, you just submit it, and it does meet all of the qualifications for a continuing ed course. Okay, so welcome to the STTP Training Center, and welcome to the modified course. That's what you're going to get today. And I think the benefit, the best part, the feedback that we didn't really think about when we first went online many years ago, but it's that you can come back. I don't close the courses. So once you have paid for it, you have access. If you have a question, I'm still here for you. It's not like you just go to a course one time, meet somebody, have them spout information at you, and you never see them again. If you have clinical questions, if you are not sure, if you understand a concept, reach out to me. I am here for you, and I will continue to be here. That is one of the things. I'm told I'm crazy, but I absolutely allow access back into whatever you need to make sure that you have good clinical sound judgment. And if you have a tough situation, I'm here to walk alongside you clinically. So welcome and enjoy.